Toei Animation has released the 9th episode of Dragon Ball Daima, which follows Goku and the gang as they try to protect the Dragon Ball from some thieves. Yes, word of Goku's defeat against the third Tamagami has spread like wildfire throughout the Demon Realm, and everyone is interested in stealing it for themselves. Even in spite of the group's best efforts to lay low, they still have to deal with thugs who almost managed to steal the Dragon Ball. But after those thugs are dealt with, Goku, Glorio, Supreme Kai, and Pansy are finally able to meet up with Bulma, Hybis, Piccolo, and Vegeta. Unfortunately, while their interaction was a bit fun, it was also surprisingly brief. I definitely thought the whole crew was going to stick together from here on out, but the thugs who were upset with Vegeta stole Hybis' ship, and there's not enough room for everybody to fit on board a singular spacecraft. So the two crews end up being split up again, which was a bit disappointing to see, especially since we didn't get any meaningful interactions between the two groups of characters. Thankfully, we did get to see Vegeta and Piccolo in some action though, because the thugs who stole Hybis' ship turned out to be complete idiots, and they came back just to have their asses handed to them. So hopefully with the thugs promising to bring back Hybis' ship, we can expect to see the entire group reunited sometime in the not too distant future. In the meantime, Marba completed her work on the new Majin being and named it Majin Two. To test its strength, Dr. Arinsu commands Ku to defeat the First World Tamagami and take its Dragon Ball, which it does seem to obey. And while I do want to see how this story progresses, I have to admit that I was a bit underwhelmed by the design of Majin Ku. I mean, he basically looks like a glorified Cyberman, which I know he technically is, but his look is nowhere near as iconic as any of the other Dragon Ball villains. So I really hope that Ku will have a transformation of some kind, cause I'd really be disappointed if this was Ku's final look. But I guess we'll see what happens on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Daima once it gets released on Friday.